All right, Dad, we read the comments all the time, and most of you are suggesting that used and new car prices are not falling. So I thought we'd take some time, Dad, run through the latest data from Cox Automotive, who has, let's just cut to the chase, new car inventory is up 54% year over year for the month of September. And then we've got two success stories from the community forum where I thought we could spend some time actually, I don't know, looking at some people who recently bought cars
and
got good deals.
Oh my God.
Let's start here first, Dad. The headline from Cox Automotive reads, new vehicle inventory closes September up, asking prices down.
Wow.
Inventory levels are up to 1.32 million vehicles in inventory. Supply at month's end was 54% higher, or 465,000 units higher than September of last year. Now, we have some issues with how Cox Automotive looks at inventory, but still the trend is the trend. Inventory levels are going up.
Because they might take in transit inventory and Canada's inventory because, well, it's in transit. So even if you subscribe to that way of looking at it, it is a significant increase in the amount of inventory that dealers will have, whether it be actual on hand or in transit inventory. And my supposition is that not as much of the incoming inventory is as pre-sold as it had been, because more and more people are taking themselves out of the market because prices are so high, interest rates are so high that they just don't find themselves being able to purchase a vehicle at this time. So there's less demand than there's been. So if we consider that for the longest period of time, the inventory levels were running at about 1 million cars in inventory a month, and we're up to, they're suggesting 1.32 million. That's still significantly below what it had been in the past, when it used to be somewhere around 3.5 to 4 million.
September 2020, though, for context, this is when we were just getting into the thick of the pandemic, still a lot of unknowns, 2.46 million vehicles in inventory then. So we're back considerably from where we were in September of 2020. I mean, we're clawing our way back. Broken down by types of vehicles. There's a 42 days supply, up from a 40 days supply of non-luxury vehicles, 1.12 million vehicles in inventory compared to 1.02 million. A 47 days supply compared to a 44 days supply of luxury vehicles in inventory, nearly 200,000 luxury vehicles in inventory, up from 125,000 vehicles in inventory. Now, not all brands are created equal. We talk about this. It sounds constantly. We're constantly talking about this. Let's dive into it. Asian non-luxury brands and Japanese and European luxury brands had the lowest inventories. Non-luxury brands with the lowest inventories were, get ready, Kia, Toyota, Honda, and Subaru.
There you have
no
it.
surprises there. Those are going to be the vehicles that are most difficult to get soon and also at or below MSRP. We then have, Dad, on the luxury category, Lexus, BMW, Acura, and Land Rover. Those are the vehicles that are also commanding the greatest, price. Thank you. That was the word I was looking for. On the other end of the spectrum, Dad, Volvo had the highest inventory of all brands. Then we also have, in terms of a day's supply, Lincoln, Buick, and Audi above average days supply. And of course, in the non-luxury side, it is Stellantis town. Ram, Jeep, and Dodge. They have the highest inventories. We've seen many folks get invoice deals on Ram 1500s. There was even recently, it's no longer active, but a 72-month 0% financing option. And Stellantis just closed a third shift at one of their production plants because
for Jeeps. Because and the only reason you slow down production is because, well, what you've produced hasn't been selling.
Thinking about getting auto insurance? Compare quotes from all the major carriers in one place. Join YAA.com/insurance. It's quick, easy, and no spam.
All right, now let's look at one other piece before we go to the success stories to, again, demonstrate that we are not just, what's it called when you just like talking heads? We're not just talking heads. We literally have an entire business that is helping people every single week. We help about 100 people a week buy a car. Okay, so it's not just a YouTube channel, okay? Here we go, Dad. Full-size pickup trucks. Cox says over a 60-day supply of inventory. High-end luxury cars over 60-day supply. Full-size car, about 60-day supply. The national average they have is around 40. High-performance cars, compact cars, mid-size cars, minivans, and hybrid vehicles, subcompacts as well. Those are at the lowest, the lower end. All right, Dad. Now let's switch gears. Let's look at some of these success stories. Not on a high-end vehicle. How about a Mazda CX-5?
Carbon edition.
Posted 24 hours after we filmed this video from Kevin, okay? This may be useful for anyone looking for a car in the Phoenix, Arizona area. That's not where we are. We're in Maryland, okay? So
Although we did spend quality time in Phoenix because we used to live there.
Initially, I was looking for a used 2018 Mazda CX-5, but after realizing the prices were about a $4,000 difference than buying new, and with higher interest rates, I started looking for new vehicles instead. After doing hours of research, I settled on the 23 CX-5 Carbon Edition. Instead of trying to do the typical dealership dance, I attempted to reach out to 8 different dealerships with the email templates. We provide email templates.
Yes.
I only got quotes from 2 and negotiated the final out the door with the third one, who asked me to give them my price. The first 2 quotes were from Burge Mazda.
Oh my God, I used to work there.
$37,700. This is real, guys. This is absolutely real. $37,741 out the door. The second was from Mark Mazda at $35,991. It's important to note that Mark Mazda's sales rep quoted me the price with a 2% MSRP discount without asking any questions. The only added accessory was tint for $700. That Arizona sun, I guess that makes sense. With Burge Mazda, on the other hand, that was a joke, by the way. If you're new to the channel, do not pay $700 for window tint. The Burge Mazda, on the other hand, I spoke with a guy named Jim, who not only included a desert package.
Yes.
This guy used to do that.
Yes.
He also quoted me for data dots. I very much suggest staying away from that dealership. And that guy, he also told me if $35,000 is your number, I'm afraid you'll be disappointed with every Mazda dealer in the state of Arizona, which is the price I requested. Anyways, I then got a response from Cardinal Way Mazda in Mesa.
Cardinale Way.
Thank you. I was born in Mesa.
Yes, you
It took
were.
quite a bit of negotiating with them, although it was a pleasant experience talking with the sales rep, Gerardo, who helped with get the best price possible. We ended up on an out-the-door price of $35,500.
Look at that.
And they showed me that it was around $900 below their invoice and as well as $3,120 below MSRP. After looking at the documents later, I realized their doc fee was $1,000, which frankly is ridiculous, but I cared more about the OTD price and how they got there.
Yes.
Perfect.
Exactly.
He goes on to finance and information there. But Dad, is this not proof that new cars, and we could talk about used cars, but they're negotiable again? Just because the asking prices haven't changed, they're negotiable, damn it.
It is proof. Okay. And you know, if you just want to look at the prices that are online and you actually don't go in to try and negotiate, then you're never going to find out that they're negotiable. But they can be, and they are, and you can try and pit one dealership against another, or in this case, 3 dealerships against each other, and eventually you come up with a price that is a little bit more than what you would hope to spend, but considerably less than what one of the dealers had suggested to you.
Considerably.
There are dealerships out there, if you are willing to put in the time, effort, and energy to be patient and persistent, that will work with you.
And the thing is, Dad, we literally built a business and a team. Like, you don't even have to do as much work as you would have had to do a couple of years ago. You just joined. We have a 3-month, $60 90-day car buying program. You don't even have to become an ongoing member anymore. We've tried to make it even simpler. Just join.
Yes.
Just join and work with us. We'll point you in the right direction. We've got another one here from Joss.
Okay.
Because of Zach using sensational YouTube headlines about the used car market crashing, which always caught my attention, I decided to sell my wife's much-loved 108,000-mile 2019 Traverse.
Okay.
Friendly reminder, use the sell your car functionality back on our website. The buyer paid almost $1,000 over the high home sale, KBB, a price I could not resist letting it go for. As one might guess, my wife was pretty mad at me, but she came around to understand my reasoning. Sorry there, Joss, if you could throw me under the bus, that's fine. We decided to get her a new one with the equipment the last one was missing, including that kid stain look and smell. All right, here we go. Thanks to YAA, we were able to get her the exact vehicle she wanted for an all-in price that was less than we paid for our 2019.
Look at that.
The dealer did not install or charge us any extras, and we got it for $500 less than MSRP on a Chevy product right now.
Yes.
I had to check with almost a dozen dealers, some over 100 miles away, to find one not selling a Traverse for $1,000 to $4,000 over MSRP, and all of them had some sort of add-on or they refused to remove from the price. The one we found had just gotten off the delivery truck the night before. They prepped it for sale, allowing us to negotiate the vehicle without add-ons on the RO for the PDI.
Yes, no additional dealer add-ons on the RO. That's the repair order for the PDI, which is the pre-delivery inspection.
My wife is happy with the outcome and loves her new Traverse as much as she has her prior to. Big thanks to everyone at YA for the help. Keep those sensational headlines coming, Zach. They give some of us a good excuse to make decisions that are needed that we might otherwise never follow through with. Again, just proof that whether it's looking at the data from Cox Automotive or more importantly, the stories from people who are on the ground buying cars right now, say it with me here, cars are negotiable again.
Yes, prices are negotiable. They are. They just are.